Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium. The smoke machine is rolling, and the Miami Hurricanes making their customary grand entrance onto the field. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Hurricanes will kick it away to start us off. Coming out with it, it's Hunter. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Wildcats offense will get the first crack at it here. This has an old school feel to it as this running back makes his way onto the field, and all eyes are fixed. They are glued on him.
Yeah, the old school, because nowadays it's usually quarterbacks and the other guys that get all the attention, but this guy's so good. He is the focal point. He's the guy everybody's looking to. He's the tone setter. He's the physical bell cow for this team. He will get the rock early and often.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Jumped on top of the pile.
Listen, in these situations, it's so hard to push the ball down the field because the defense is playing pass. We bring in more DBs. We're dropping deeper in our coverage, and we're making you throw the ball underneath or run the football. Nice.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
Arizona runs out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Hurricane offense will get its first crack at it now. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
Yeah, and it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest, David. Most defenses don't have a dude like that at cornerback that could do that in a game like this, but this matchup is unique, and it's going to really determine the outcome of the game.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He'll try it again. At the 45, on his way. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. While the Canes are known for big-time playmakers, tough physical running is part of it, too.
Yeah, you got to be able to have a team that not just is about sizzle, and we've seen so many Miami teams about sizzle, but some substance with some physicality, the run game.
Tough, physical, hard-nosed running gets to the 34. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season. Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Incomplete, and the defense holds.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Quick handoff. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or game tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Garcia wants to throw. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. Sometimes the offense just tries to outsmart itself, and that might have happened there, David.
Yeah, but I get it. I get being aggressive because you know you're going to go for it on 4th down. But now you look back and you go, all right, I'm a dummy. I probably should have just run the football, made this easier. Now 4th down is going to be a lot more difficult.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. This try will come from the left hash, and he'll try to curl it in from 38. Good right down the boulevard. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. He only needs a sliver of daylight, and the returner will be knocked down. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put 1 mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Oh, man, this could have disaster written all over it. Going for it inside their own 40. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Going for the big play. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's 4th and short, 4th and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But 4th and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
And those slot receivers nowadays, they're little water bugs, man. You can play touch football in an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
They'll leave it with him. Runs through a tackle. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Pulls and fired complete. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They'll take a pass on the 46-yard field goal, try and go for it on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. The Wildcats will have a 1st down.
And simple play, simple gain, get that 1st down. That's all that matters. I don't try to trick. I go back to what I know I do really, really well.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. A deep tradition of backers who make plays and get after quarterbacks. Ray Lewis could do it all back in the day, just like this guy is.
And they look the same, don't they? They look the part, just big, physical, huge guys, but the speed element always there, always in the backfield, making plays.
Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. Garcia to pass. Swings it out to the flat. 3rd down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes his connection. They make the stop, and that's how the 1st quarter will end. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona has the lead here. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the 2nd. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. He's got it on the right. Touchdown, Arizona. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the 1st game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that drive didn't have to cover a lot of ground, going 47 yards. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, though.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
They're trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. He lets it fly. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Canes will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
A 1st and 10 for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Powell. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. He can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Garcia wants to throw. Escapes trouble. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the move, it's Johnson. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
And off from the shotgun. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball in 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
The Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
He wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1.
Coming up, 4th down.
Unlike the old school thinking, this is the area of the field that is really 4-down territory now. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50.
Encroachment defense.
The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Makes a connection. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
Caught behind the line. It's Clark. And he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Power football with the run. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Garcia to pass. Coming after him. And it's incomplete. He was wild, high, and wide on that one.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll try to knock through a short one, his second of the day, this one from 23. That is no good. Lead is still in double digits, but missed a chance to make it bigger.
Man, that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
At the 35, he's loose. Off he goes. The 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Hurricane. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Michigan State is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Kirk Cousins had a hand in getting this quarterback to East Lansing. So if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Eastern Michigan. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Snagged in the middle. It's Olsen. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
The ball is on the 18. They need 4 on second down. Garcia wants to throw. Quarterback extends the play. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. Pulls it in. It's Clark. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
On second down, looking to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. Discards a man. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. And he was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Arizona going back to work with another first down. Looking to move it through the air. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw. Never gave his receiver a chance.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific start from there in beautiful Miami Gardens. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Hard Rock Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Arizona will kick off to get the second half underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Low-scoring first half, but now an opportunity to get things off on the right foot here in the third quarter.
Well, and the good thing is you had time to go in the locker room. You had time to discuss what they're doing, what our plan of action is now moving forward, Palmer. They might have caught them off guard a little bit. They know they should have made some adjustments. Yeah, you had a chance to regroup and go back and think about, okay, where do we think we have our best chance of success in this game? Which side of the offensive line can we run to? Which guy can we throw to hopefully now have a much better second half?
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical. Because if he
trying to burn this defensive back. And oh, what a grab on the layout on the right side.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And it's loose. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous balance, but at least they've got the ball back.
The one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Nice pitch and catch there from QB to wide receiver. Great job. An out route is all about timing. 1, 2, 3, boom, break out, throw it to him right now. Great pitch, great catch.
How about that determined run inside the red zone? He's got 6, it's down at the 12.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Anderson wants to throw. Oh, looked upfield too soon and dropped the football, and it'll be third down.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Grabs it in the middle. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
And I like it. Third down and short, and this offense stays aggressive, and now they're set up. Forget the field goal. We're not looking for 3 now. Now set up in a first and goal, trying to get a touchdown.
They'll run it on first and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
This running back just doesn't go down easily. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him. And just, you know what? Let his talent do the rest.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
All right, this offense just keeps trying to pound the ball into the end zone down tight, but the defense, they're very, very physical. So I think you got to think about either a perimeter run, a potential run-pass option, or let your quarterback try to go make a play throwing it.
And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on third and goal. They'll try the jet sweep, going for the first down. Touchdown, Canes! And that one will give them the lead. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. So an 82-yard drive there. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Garcia to pass. He finds his man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
They'll leave it with the lone back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. Arizona runs out the punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
As an offense, you've got the lead, you've had success running the football. You hope that this play is just a blip because you know you're going to have to lean on your bell cow running back to ice this game and close it out.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The handoff to Johnson. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Fires to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. And the Hurricanes will line it up on 1st and 10. Anderson will throw. He wants to take the top off. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air, and offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Pressure coming. Got it in the middle. It's Johnson. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
Hey, nice job by the QB. It's 3rd down. It's money down. I'm looking to throw the ball down the field. What's open? My running back. Find him, hit him, let him do the rest. Good job.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And they can't make the connection, and 3/4 are in the books as we head to the 4th. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3/4. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Already 2 for 2 on 3rd down, but this time they'll need 9 to convert. Anderson wants to throw. Spits it out to the back. Got his man on the right. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Not only do you have the big gain and you sort of knock the defense back, but you're also set up in the red zone.
Yeah, they've got this defense on their heels right now after that big play. We talked about this offense being explosive. Now that they're in the red zone, let's see what they dial up next.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And the defense is going to have more plays like that. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with a stop. Maybe get a little momentum here.
Over 100 yards already in this game, so if I'm on defense here, I'm adding...
He's got it in the end zone! Touchdown, Miami! Miami.
Wow, what a play. We're going to need to see that again to make sure he makes this catch and gets the foot in bounds. That was a great acrobatic play, understanding where you're at on the field to make that big catch.
And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
The ball is out behind the line. The D scoops it up, and everybody reverses field. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives... of it. I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The give to the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Anderson will throw. Trying to get to it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Hurricane.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Ready to try the point after. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. TCU is ahead right now, but it's not like they have LaDainian Tomlinson out there. This group needs to keep building on this lead. They're up by 7 over Arkansas State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They're going to throw it to start the drive. The short hands. It's Clark.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Garcia wants to throw. Got him downfield. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Arizona in a hurry.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit and are still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
He's back to throw on second down. He wants it all. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. He saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here. And now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every play here in the fourth quarter.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Motion from the offense. On third and short, the power run here. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Defense. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Arizona lines up with a first and goal. He's looking to pass. Moving away from pressure. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Garcia to pass. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Getting set for the point after. And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Line gets set, first down. The give as they work on that clock. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on second down and maybe put this thing away. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. The run to the right. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground.
Got some room headed to the goal line. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Cade.
I got to say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Hunter. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He looks that one in nicely. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Arizona right back to the line. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. And it's incomplete, and the defense holds.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. The guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after having this 4th down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards. If that's
just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Running with power. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
Pickup of 13. 3rd down coming up.
Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes on.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.